Hello, Samir here for Earth-Based Records New York Mets news, and we're going to have some of the latest rumors and updates. This episode focused on the ongoing lockout and the salaries. Two things: the lockout and how it relates to the salaries. Now we know Matt Scherzer, who's the union leader with the Mets, just signed a major contract with the Mets. He has, as I checked, I believe yesterday, the day before, he has quite a bit of deferred money with the Washington Nationals that he gets paid. Money that the Nationals owe him, way into the future. Now, Bobby Bonilla is another one like that. David Wright, of course, with the injury, some of that. There's a lot of players with this deferred money way into the future. Why? Because that means the players are not starving, because they have that deferred money and they paid those into the union dues into future years. So this lockout in 2022 season could be wiped out. I'm not going to get into why that might happen. What are the reasons that there could be a lockout? Now, the baseball players say that their salaries are shrinking. That's an indicator that the players are getting younger. Of course, younger players get lower salaries. This is not a judgment, good or bad, because Scherzer is one of the older players. And they just signed him, the Mets, but they also have Robinson Cano. He's coming off the books in a couple of years. There's another player, J.D. Davis. Now, you see he's going to be arbitration eligible. He's a young player with a lot of talent. So I do have a slide here about, the salaries. The New York Mets with the highest team salary in baseball. And there's these fringe players like J.D. Davis. He's not even arbitration eligible, so he's a low salary player. The player's number one concern, the average salary of baseball, is going down. Now, Scherzer's been added. The Mets are the number one highest salary team, adding, Lindor and adding Scherzer. Now, their number one salary, mostly if you're a number one top salary team, you don't want to lose that rank of being number one at anything. When you're number one at something, you want to stay number one. The one thing they don't have, of course, is the World Series ring, and they may not get it in 2022, and it's possible that nobody gets it in 2022 because there may be no season. Like the 13th floor on some of those skyscrapers in New York City, there is no 13th floor. It goes from 12 to 14, something like that. Now, here's the thing. The question I'm going to address here in this broadcast is, I hope you like the new graphics that I'm doing. I'm just working, and so the Mets and retooling and the war issues, the plague, the virus, all that stuff. And so it could be that we all just need an extra year, and I'm working on these little graphics and logos and things. I do those myself. I got the award for YouTube video still images, with the Luxembourg art competition. Private museum. It's a private museum. So I'm working on some of the motion graphics and stuff based on still images and not just camera images, but graphic, text and stuff. And statistics, and I call that Fate Stat, and I get that on a variety of different outlets. I try to credit these outlets. Sometimes it's pure numbers. Some of them are public available, like the dictionary or the encyclopedia. I do use Wikipedia usually. The Fangraphs, I did credit them because it seems like a bunch of fans and they need to be paid. So thank you for Fangraphs. There are other sources, more like Major League Baseball types, baseball reference. So it's like looking it up in the reference library. I do credit them when there are some proprietary issues involved. Now, so we see this the salaries. The number one highest salary team, the Mets, probably don't want to lower this. Obviously, they're adding salary and they're trying to win a World Series. Now, where can they cut? At the fringes, J.D. Davis, young player arbitration. That's the thing. Robinson Cano, he's just going to be coming off the books in a couple of years. There's a bunch of people becoming free agent eligible or arbitration eligible. They might want to say the free agent eligible. Now we're not talking about 2022. We're talking about 2023. They got 5 guys. I think Edwin Diaz is in one of those, biggest name. Taiwan Walker. These are people who might be coming up for free agency, not in 2022, but in 2023, and that might motivate a team like that. Might be the motivator for somebody like big ticket players, Lindor, Scherzer, and what would motivate them to wait it out till 2023. They got 5 players. Certainly Diaz was one of them. Maybe Taiwan Walker. I'm gonna put up the graphic there, and this is what might motivate some of the teams, including the Mets. Looking at their 2022 salary, 2023, not so much. Are they going to be a high salary team? And do they want to keep their number one, or do they even want to increase their salary? But these future free agents, which of those players do they want to keep? How many of them will want to keep, and how many of them they might want to let go of. Now, obviously, Edwin Diaz is not someone they might want to let go of. Taiwan Walker was listed as one of their better pitchers, but facing free agency as well. Samir Gaudy here for Earth-Based Backwards, New York Mets news with my also new branding, faith stats, etc., etc. Thank you.
Baby, you still think of me and ask me same old questions. Look under the Christmas tree and count your blessings. Ain't no good thing about your boy, he ain't been good to me. It's all I heard when I look up the genealogy. Christmas Eve, and now I'm ready to settle the score between you and me. Didn't you talk about the day before I took that dip? A pleasant dream, young lady. I'm tired of your quips.